Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of SpotboyE podcast. We are here today with our regulars, Shreya Parekh, Sangya Lakhanpal, myself, Kadenvaz, and Vicky Lalwani, who has already watched two films that have clashed today on Friday, Andhadhun and LoveYatri. He's going to answer all of our questions. And yeah, so let's start off with the two newcomers, Ayush Sharma and Varina Hussain. So what are your thoughts on the film? You've already watched it.
To be very, very honest, we were really wondering, how Ayush must be or how Varina must be. Or is this another film from Salman Khan's table, like the one he did with Suraj and Athia, which didn't do well. And so all that was going on in our minds, and we had seen a very good film, Andhadhun, which I'm going to come to later. So we walked in and we were really pleasantly surprised. I would say we were pleasantly surprised. The movie has the soul of the 80s, the purity of the 80s love story, and very simple basics. No unnecessary, drama. And above all, the point that struck me immediately in the first 10 minutes was that Salman Khan could have introduced his brother-in-law in so many dashing ways, on a horse, rescuing the heroine, bashing up the villains, kissing her and all that. He could have made him into a stud throughout but at no place in the movie, at no point in the movie does that come across. Right. He's a very, very simple guy next door. And I don't know how to say this, but his name in the movie is Susu.
What?
Yeah. That's the pet name. That's the pet name.
Also it says na Susu aayega ya something. To samajh nahi aaya tha, but
so it is Sushrat, but they shortened it and yeah. So even the girlfriend calls him Susu, the father calls him Susu, the mother calls him Susu, everybody.
That's too funny.
And so who comes with a name like that? Mm-hmm. So there's nothing pretentious about it. I mean, that's what immediately struck.
When I saw the trailer, really, it just seems very simple and matlab kuch zyada dimag nahi. What I saw, it sort of seemed like that he met her during the celebrations and then he's like, oh, she's going to leave the country and I need to woo her in 9 days. And then I'm not sure, but does he follow her like to a foreign land and then he's like, ab ye garba wala ladka kya karke dikhayega? So it seems really simple. And of course, from what you're saying, the movie is quite like that.
He follows her and Ram Kapoor is aiding him in, all the time egging him on. Ki you can't leave the girl, don't get disappointed. If you are truly in love, you will get her. Yeah. At many instances, he almost breaks down and gives up. But so it's a very simple love story, which each one of us has actually undergone to some point. Maybe not all of us has not followed our girlfriends to foreign lands, but wo shayad hota bhi nahi hai that she goes away and all that. But so it's a very simple. You can relate to it.
How is Varina Hussain like?
Varina is very nice and she has a very good screen presence. Her dress sense and her designer, I think both put together have really scored high marks on my observation. She has screen presence for sure.
I'm very curious, sir. So with Ayush, he like how Tiger had come initially and everyone was like, oh, he's so pinky and he's not very, though he was doing all those stunts and everything, he didn't come across as a very macho guy in his first film. So even with Ayush, he doesn't come across as how a John Abraham or somebody would come across. He's very demure and very
That's what I said. He's not introduced him like that, yeah.
So in terms of acting skills and stuff, aisa presence nahi dikhaya hai, screen presence, but how is acting wise?
Good question. Actually, in many frames he resembles Tiger. That's what I've written also in the review. When he's clean shaven in particular, if you go down and see now, the hairstyle and his face cut and resembles Tiger. In fact, his family members also have heard this, so from various quarters, that he resembles Tiger to quite a large extent. But acting he's fair enough. For a first movie, he's fair enough. He's not having those kind of dialogues where he has to scream, where he has to play to the histrionics and gallery and all that. So
I don't think he's made out to be the perfect hero type. It's meant to be a simple movie, and I think from what you're telling us also, it is a simple movie to the end of it.
Yeah. So it has those typical scenes of 80s where he has to meet the father humiliates him, tells him, go away from our life, then again he goes, the father is not convinced, the father till the last scene is not convinced. So,
And what about the music in the film?
Music is good. In fact, Anish Bagchi's almost solo album except for one song.
Yeah.
So after a long time, it has those it's all around the dandiya.
It's a trending song that's
Yeah,
going on social
all
media.
of
Basically,
them.
the beats and the masti around the song is very dandiya style, and
Yeah.
it's
It gives you the full Navratri feels.
it's very well done in terms of the authenticity and and you won't feel bored. In fact, I was thinking मैं शायद इस picture में definitely bore हो जाऊंगा, or to be honest, everybody thought, see, first you always have this notion that this is coming from some star family, so and plus it's always like that. I mean, that was the question we asked for even Varun Dhawan, if you ask me. David Dhawan's son, what will he do? He is a director, right? So he's fair enough. I mean, it will be interesting to see his second movie, which may not be produced by Salman, and that could be a bigger test for him.
But you're right. When I saw the trailers, अपना ये अंधाधुन and LoveYatri, I was like, यार LoveYatri तो मतलब वही typical होने वाला है, and Salman banner, and it's just looks like a normal commercial movie. So मतलब ऐसा लग नहीं रहा था कि, I mean, it also sort of like for what happened with Sairat with me. I feel the simpler it is, maybe it sort of connects more nowadays with so much complexities going on.
People were not very happy with what is this LoveYatri it was called, LoveYatri it is called. Like for example, now if you see there's this Mahesh Bhatt film coming which is called Jalebi.
Yeah.
But the content looks good if you see the trailer. That the girl wants to work and the boy doesn't want her to work. That's what it's coming across. But that's also an old story. In India, the girl wants to go out and work and he's not wanting her that way. But the content looks very good. But the name again is a little Jalebi. So
I just feel people are welcoming simple things a little more nowadays. इतना complex हो गया है सब कुछ, जब कुछ simple आते हैं.
Even Surma, even this one, last one which we saw, the simple love story. Surma, I think, was one.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Even Dhadak, I mean, it was a simple love story. There was no too much of mushiness or unnecessary exposure, or though I know it was Sairat, but
It was just like Sairat in terms of like the reference. I'm saying that just like Sairat, how it was simple, and of course then Dhadak, and then all of these.
Janvi now again, Janvi could have launched in some huge way, coming out from a swimming pool, and obviously the typical things we did when Priyanka was there, or even many Yashraj heroines, or they've done that. I mean, they have to show one scene, if not at all, she's having a bath and all that. That was not all that. वो सब नहीं था.
Simplicity is key. And so from your point of view, it's a weekend watch for a family to go to.
Easily you can watch it. I mean, you will never come out saying, why did I see it?
Okay.
That much I can tell you.
Alright. Moving on to the next movie that I'm pretty impressed by the trailer, and I think I am gonna go watch it. Andhadhun stars Tabu, Ayushmann Khurrana, Radhika Apte. When I first watched the trailer, I had a smile on my face the entire time. I was like, what is this? He's a blind pianist and he's in part with a murder, and something happens where he has to go and say that, there's a murder that takes place, but how can a blind guy even see a murder happen? So you've, like we spoke earlier, you've given the film 4 stars, which is really great. So tell us why.
Because it grips you from the first scene, from the very first scene it grips you.
Okay.
Just 10 minutes after the interval it loses away a little to some non-important characters, but then comes back. And it is so gripping. It's not a whodunit. So there's no spoiler here that who's killed whom, and who has killed, who has been killed. But every scene has a twist and a turn. And you don't know, so basically koi kisi ka nahi hai. Everybody's out to outdo the other person in this whole movie. So there are so many twists and turns that everybody's trying to, score one up on the other. And trust me, on the performances, you can't give an extra inch to any of the three.
Okay.
Any of the three. Whether it's Ayushmann, whether it's Tabu, or your Radhika. It's a tie. It's a tie. All three have done so well. I mean, it has, I won't say it's a habit, but it comes naturally to say that, you know, Tabu is wow. She is wow. She doesn't err. But spare a thought for Ayushmann and Radhika also.
Really?
They are really fantastic.
So I had a question. So Ayushmann, we know he's a blind pianist, and from the trailer also he's like a music teacher and something like that. What is Radhika's part in this? Don't give any spoilers to us, but she just appears out of nowhere.
Before Sir says anything, I just want to say it was so nice to see her smiling in the trailer.
She's very effervescent. So there's no unnecessary boldness, no unnecessarily dark character like in some web series she's playing.
In all web series.
You know, yeah, and no mystery around her. In fact, there's no mystery around her character. It's a very in-your-face kind of character. And but yet, the moment the film gets a little tight, and you know, she just will come into the scene and make it light. You know, and not with a comic flair.
Okay.
But you'll say, "Wow, let the scene continue."
Like a breath of fresh air that just-
Yeah, and you don't miss the earlier gripping moments. नहीं तो बीच में लगता है ना interruption कोई आ गया. अरे यार नहीं, but no, it's not an interruption.
It's going to be good to see her in that breath of fresh air kind of role, because she's been doing really dark roles all her life. So,
But she's very good. She's very good.
You know what I liked in the trailer is the part that music is playing. I mean, those little things like वो जब एकदम वो आता है end में, the pink shirt guy, what does he say? And then suddenly the saxophone plays. वो जब bottle गिरी है.
I tell you that.
Then
So the
don't tell.
No, I'm
No
not
spoiler.
saying anything. It's not a spoiler alert. There is a character whom we are not talking about, and which you may not have been even born around that time, and this senior actor called Anil Dhawan, who's a part of the film. So he was a popular actor in his days. So I think those were like early 70s or mid 70s, and this guy has sung about 20-25 songs in his career. Not sung, but on him there are 20-25 hit songs. In those days, music used to be wow. So what Sriram has done in the movie is that several songs of Anil Dhawan have been weaved in. Like I'm not giving you the example, but I'm giving you the example which is not there. Okay, for example, I will never see you again. If Ayushmann has to say this, so मैं आपकी शक्ल नहीं दिखूंगा. So then immediately one song will come, तेरी गलियों में ना रखेंगे कदम, which is Anil Dhawan's song. So, and it is woven so beautifully that you don't find like a comic that why this song is coming.
And the jazz is also so beautiful, and constantly in the trailer वो अपने
Anil Dhawan is the soul of the film. Trust me, he's that layer which, and he's very cute. He's very cute.
Can you tell me what the
But don't get up from the film because the credits start rolling and the credits are too long.
Okay.
Now we were told specifically from Viacom 18 Pictures that guy came and, because nobody will tell you when you go to the theaters, that the credits are after the credits, once the credits start rolling, don't go away. Because after the credits are over, there is a 2-minute sequence. No, I'm not saying what it is. Don't worry. There's a 2-minute sequence which will make you understand the film.
Oh. Thank you for
So
telling
it's
us. I
taking
would
us
have
on a
left
journey
it short.
basically.
You won't understand.
Okay.
But you'll understand why he did this and how much
It'll sort of come together for you.
everything comes together for you, and you feel the real delight of
So why the rabbit in the end of the trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
that again will be a. I mean, I would rather you rather see it.
And a blind rabbit. Blind rabbit.
Also in the film.
Yeah, but that is when he's playing the piano and then she just loitering around sort of thing. Yeah, so that didn't catch
He
my
has a
attention.
cat.
I didn't
He
know
has
that,
a
of
cat.
course.
Yeah, like a pet cat he has.
So credit to the director Sriram Raghavan.
He's done a wonderful job. He's
Okay.
come back with a wonderful film, because I think Badlapur was his last.
Yeah,
Badlapur के बाद कुछ बनाया है. But before that, he went wrong in Agent Vinod, horribly wrong. And this is really something, like very cerebral stuff. You must see it.
Any song from the film that you particularly liked? That
No, I generally went for the background. I mean, full marks to the background music.
Okay.
It's terrific.
Andhadhun and LoveYatri, guys, which films will you be watching this weekend?
I think I'll be going for Andhadhun. Because it's more interesting, it's something new to watch, and that's what I want to watch. I mean, if I get the time, I'll go for LoveYatri also. But like when we watched the trailers, like Sangya said, LoveYatri seemed like a very normal movie. Like, ठीक है, ये तो same है, ऐसे होगा, वैसे होगा. I mean, sir's given good reviews, but I'd still go for Andhadhun.
Sangya?
I'm gonna go for LoveYatri. I am more of a dancing, colorful celebrations kind of girl, so I think I'll check that out first. But definitely, I mean, I'll see Andhadhun also. But also, this is the whole festive season, so I think I'll do that. And my favorite is Chogada right now, so I have to go see that song. So yeah.
Alright, for me it's Andhadhun. From the trailer, I'm hooked to that film and I really want to see it. But yeah, so if you guys watched both these films or even one of these films, give us your reviews in the comment section below. This is SpotboyE Podcast and goodbye.